Hello and welcome back to the 2023 LWS Open at Idlewild. You are watching final round back nine coverage on JomezPro with me, Nate Sexton, Jeremy Koling, and Paul Ulibarri.
We got Gannon Buhr out here doing Gannon Buhr things, and we get to say that now because his consistency has been off the charts and his putting just next level. He's getting closer and closer to that marathon distance that you're talking about in round two. 26.2 miles. Somebody did the math for us on how many 65-footers that would take. I'd love that. It was a pretty funny mark, but it was in the 2000s.
Yeah, no, not a problem for him.
But he knocked off a couple of those. He definitely is out there doing the thing. Leading the pack of a bunch of players, as you can imagine. A course like this, you're always going to have a ton of tight scores. But I want to make a point real quick. Last year, even though the tees were slick, 21 under par got you fourth place at this event. Right now, 21 under par is not even in the top 10. It's just, the conditions have been perfect, yes.
And the course perhaps made slightly easier by some of that tree clearing.
On 12 and 18, yes.
But the point stands. I have ruled that the point stands.
How much longer can this improvement of the sport continue? I mean, Isaac, right here, that's improvement.
Yeah, that's a pretty proven pavement.
That's
for sure.
That's polished pavement. That's perfect.
Yeah, that's without a doubt.
That's
paving the way right there.
Yeah, it is.
Gannon, that is not the result he necessarily deserved. That was a very early release and got through everything.
Go in.
Why is that allowed? That's so good. That's just a carbon copy of what Isaac did. That was like that just never appeared to be in any danger of hitting anything.
Oh boy. Kevin Jones getting through.
Don't you dare.
Don't hit the bucket. This is one pin. You do not want to hit the base. You could definitely find yourself rolling. Right, Paul?
I think you're right. I think that if you hit anywhere by that base of the bucket.
I mean, just guessing. But
Yeah, I don't know why anybody even think about that. You could just hit the middle.
yeah, you could just always go higher.
That's such a good birdie.
Something about the way you said zap when Gannon made his putt on 8 yesterday just made me think of that right there with Isaac's putt. That was
These guys zap.
That was a zap
This
putt.
is an absolutely terrifying time to be a basket on the tour, I think. It's just you do not know from where the disc is coming. It's just
You got to be
on
full
high alert
Yeah.
all the time. You got to be I mean 9:30 p.m. you got to be on alert out here with these lightning delays.
Well, think about this. These things are having to catch from all angles. Even Larry Fitzgerald dropped a few passes in his career. You know what I'm saying? We give these things a hard time when they don't catch everything. Larry Fitzgerald, one of the greatest receivers of all time, he dropped passes. That's my point.
Every single one of my putts.
You're probably right.
That guy's catching my putts.
Yeah, you're probably right. Hole 11, par 3, 242. Straight as she goes. Pretty simple hole here. Just need to throw it straight through the gap, settle it gently, make your putt.
If Larry Fitzgerald was catching all our putts, we'd shoot
A
under
new
par.
basket? Oh my gosh, the Larry Fitzgerald edition.
Under the par for sure. He almost got away with it. That's not going to work, though.
Calvin would ace like half the holes.
He's going the Heiser route. Got to avoid
Oh.
That's why.
the branch that we called yesterday, beloved. Called it Steely Dan because it just was a little tiny twig and it just caught it full steam and just shot it backwards.
I never have seen or thought about that route.
You're a rook here, man.
I know.
You get to discover so many things for the next 2 or 3 years. You'll see new things you've never seen before.
I think that's the proper route.
Totally.
Sidearm hyzer, by that tree, skip it up to the right or into the embankment there. Or structure. What do you call that thing?
A wall.
Is it?
I think so. I mean, you just don't want to hit it
Not
too
from
hard.
up here. Then what is it?
You can be above walls, Yuli. I will tell you.
A wall, really?
You can get up above a wall.
You gonna build a house on a wall?
I wouldn't.
Yeah.
Isaac a bit low. Gannon, there is such thing as being too close on this hole. I guess against that wall, it could be a little bit awkward.
Yeah, watch out. Look how long that wall is. Ooh, it's a wide wall.
I think you're fine with embankment. I don't know.
You're asking like a very educated man. If I can't find the right words.
It's because I
be
was
tough.
thinking about something else.
Yeah,
You know,
it's
not.
gonna be tough to find them. The birds were easy to find there.
That looked real easy.
Birdie for 3 of them. Isaac gonna not be too happy about the par. 4 back of the leader. Calvin still in striking range for sure. And if it's not him, Isaac's got to make sure that he doesn't miss any more of these easy ones. And there's not really another easy one.
Well, Gannon's 9 under. Calvin's 7. It's not like there's a big gap right there. And Gannon's making everything. I think Calvin's throwing it a little better. This is a par 4. This is a new hole, 564. About 270 to make the corner to the right and then push as far past the Mando tree as you can, really. I don't know if anybody's really aiming for a route.
I don't think we've played or practiced this hole enough to necessarily say that there is the intended perfect route. I think that corner tree that Calvin just hit is too perfectly in the way for any pure shot. So I think most of the players that are playing this hole are just trying to throw it hard and hope for the best.
I think this is Paul's pooper scooper.
The tee shot is, at least. I think that they made the second part too easy. The tee shot's too hard. I think that they could have softened that little area that Calvin hit and then made it harder on the green. That was my thought process.
Let's see what they can do here, because there is potential to get way in.
The low line that Kevin
This
just
is
threw,
way in.
that's the way to do it.
Yep.
That's the only way to really see off the tee and execute a shot by intention. Kevin Jones just threw it perfect.
But I don't know that that's him like exactly
knowing.
hitting his gap, right?
who
That's him
knows?
throwing hard and
Exactly.
moving it right.
Yeah, exactly.
I think this is the play. If you're like, oh, I'm trying to pure
Oh.
shot type deal.
I haven't
And he
seen anyone
didn't,
go
but
left yet. He didn't miss the mandatory, I don't believe.
I don't think so.
Kicked over there.
Very sarcastic claps if he missed it. It's got some speed on it.
I like it.
It's got a good shape too. And connects on one of the edge trees. Calvin, wow, what shape. What a shot. Very tight line that he had to hit. Standstill, forehand eagle. What on earth does Isaac have from here? My goodness.
That is fit.
What is that? How do you...
I didn't see any gaps.
I wonder if he did.
Well, he didn't need to, it turns out. Even if I think he did, but even if he didn't.
Welcome to Paul's pooper scooper. That's
Kevin Jones finding a
usually
way.
the identity of a pooper scooper is, I think he got through.
There's a lot of
He got
hoping.
through there, didn't he?
There's a lot of hoping involved.
Yep. Let's see if we can get one from. Oh, this isn't this basket's in trouble.
Oh,
Wow.
Again.
Why do I just expect him to make it?
Because he's done it so many times.
Yeah.
the height and weight, once again, perfect. Just drifted a bit right, just like he did on hole 8.
Okay.
But that's a big putt.
It's a huge
Yeah.
putt. Door open for Calvin. He walks through. And look at that last 9-hole stretch. 8 in the last 9.
Strange miss.
Left and low. The two cruxes. Takes care of both in the same putt.
Good birdie there for Kev. This is a good birdie to get. Even though it's a scooper, This is still one you want to scoop.
Of course. I mean, you're always going to want to make the birdie.
Yeah. Of course. Yeah. It's a good feeling to get this one. This stretch right here is like a 50-50. If you hit your drive, you're probably getting the birdie. If you don't, you're done.
Yes.
You know?
All of these next holes.
Like
all the way
in a
till
row.
16.
Important putt here from Calvin. Let's watch that get right over the rim.
And we're going into a hole where 2 strokes can be gained or lost
Just like that.
instantly.
The orbit fell, and this thing has been amazing. The plastic, the flight, everything is just amazing. You can really manipulate the angles on this thing. It's a felon, but it does things that felons really aren't supposed to do, and that's why I love it.
Hole 13, 584-foot par 4, going downhill between the Y. Trying to work the disc left into this area where you have some idea of a little gap to hit to try to get up here to the pin. These late trees, though, can be a real problem as that OB creek is just looming on the left side. You take one late kick, a little roll, find yourself taking a penalty you really don't want.
It's tight to the left side, which means it could be really good.
Sit.
It
Sit.
No way. That is a bad break, in my opinion.
So he did the same exact thing in round 2, but he ended up on the OB line safe.
Wow.
So very similar to what he did the round before.
That's
this
such
time,
bad luck.
Yeah, you really like that drive.
that is such a good tee shot. And he's got a very straightforward par in front of him. It will require a gap hit with his putter, but
That was a great kick for Kevin to get back into some sort of scramble zone to maybe be able to have a look.
Yeah. That right side is layup area.
That's really buttery.
It's starting to speed up the left, but
it's fine.
okay.
Yeah, he didn't have the same type of velocity that Calvin had. Not going to make its way to the creek. And I like that spot, too. He's not too far right. He's going to have a pretty good forehand approach, maybe even a backhand turnover. Good kick. Very good kick.
Tough back
Yeah.
from here.
How much do you think he's thinking about getting there?
The whole
Oh,
way.
yeah, he definitely is. You're taking a lot lot there, though. The kick, you're
was on its
happy
way.
the kick is right. The kick could
Certainly.
go left. And
That
you're
easily
gone.
could have gone OB left.
'Cause there's not really a pure gap from way back there.
Kevin, great effort from back there. Wow.
That's it.
It's like circle's edge.
Good gap hits to get through those initial trees. Tight lines from that right side.
Taking advantage of that nice kick. This is a big move here for Gannon. Having threes,
Yeah,
nice little cush over the #1 player in the world.
who is out of bounds
Yep.
and has a technical approach here. So he's going to be gaining one.
Ooh, not that technical.
One and
Little
only
jumper.
one.
Yeah,
I'm
jumper.
gonna say this ought to be a par.
Ooh,
Yeah, getting away.
Six.
Getting
Oh
away.
my goodness!
Calvin Heimburg.
Huge mistake. Huge mistake.
Wow. Okay, now that makes things, I'm going to say
Less-
more interesting or a lot less interesting?
less.
Yeah.
and now Isaac doesn't do very good.
In some ways, it's interesting how much less
Oh
interesting
no,
it is.
sit down with that one too. What's going on here? Panic. I feel panic on the card.
Oh, this is kind of how the round started off. The card was just slow, and Gannon was just pedal to the metal. At least Calvin drains that one, but 2 OB5.
And that second OB was just
Little careless.
inexcusable.
Yeah.
And at this stage, he's going to be kicking himself on that one. That's going to be tough.
Kevin for the birdie. Great birdie from out of position. I didn't realize that log pile was so close to the bucket. Great approach from back there. Isaac, that is an unforced air bogey.
Yeah.
But
Look
he
at
had
this
to be
guy.
aggressive. He had to go for it. And just the third shot was just, it's got to be better.
And this to go up by 4 again. Deal.
Well, there's a 2-stroke swing.
Yeah.
Just went to the leader of the event.
That feels nice for him. But
Last week we saw 5-stroke winner. And talking about how we hardly ever see a player separate themselves from the field, especially on a course like this that tends to keep players close. But last year we saw it with Isaac. He separated himself here at Idlewild, and Gannon's starting to pull away a little bit. See if the group can say anything about that here with the final 5 holes.
yeah, 14, par 4, 556. I mean, this is the DNA of the back 9. You need to hit a gap. It's going to be tight, and then you need to get a little lucky down into the garden zone. You're going to be left with 150 to 250 feet into the green, a little OB all around it.
Ooh.
And if you do miss a gap, please get lucky. That's all
Kevin,
you're saying, which is what's going on here.
Yeah.
I've seen way better shots get way worse results.
Yeah. It is tight line here.
If you miss your line, miss it by 4 feet. Don't miss it by a foot.
I mean, at this point, if Gannon can hit fairways,
It's over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
nothing can stop him.
17, 18 tough ones coming in. Those are 2-stroke swingers, I feel like. So
Yeah.
if Calvin can keep it within 4 coming in the last 2,
Yeah.
he's got a good, not a good shot,
He's
but
got
he has some sort
an
of
outside
shot.
chance, yeah.
Because those are just really difficult holes.
He's got to have this gap hit, I feel. Oh, and he doesn't.
And he's not going to get the same fortune that Kevin
Oh,
will.
yeah, he is.
What the heck is going on? What?
Look at
What?
oh,
That's the best drive, best result ever. It's at the bottom of the road. He's putting.
yeah.
That's crazy.
Everything's a lie. I know nothing.
A fully missed shot. Beautiful.
Sure. Meanwhile, Isaac throws it perfect, hits a tree. Right in the middle, goes back across the creek, up by a log,
How close
into
do you
jail.
think Calvin thinks he is? I guess he heard the claps.
The claps probably indicated you're the luckiest human being on the face of Earth right now.
Unbelievable.
That goes in the
result.
registry.
Ooh.
Okay. Good chance for Calvin to get one back.
Calvin needed that one to kick a little bit more forward and OB.
Gannon might just make that, though. We have to remember.
Yeah,
That's a good point.
This is tough, and we're going to see that forehand come out.
Oh, the angle and the pace were wonderful. But there's just those 36 trees, though, to worry about.
Yeah, the thing about 17 and 18.
Slow
again,
down.
You can't play them for par.
Not very
It's
easy.
not
You know, it's
easy.
hard
yeah.
to play them for par.
Yeah. But if you hit a fairway,
You're good.
then you can. Like if you're not OB.
Gonna have to settle with the par.
How close is this?
I mean, he's lining up a putt.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. This is like 90,
It's the
90
closest
feet.
maybe I've ever seen.
Yeah, I've seen
Off the draw.
I've
drive.
seen someone go.
Oh, wow.
Oh, Calvin, God, yeah, dang it. I've seen Eagle McMahon go OB in the creek, but I guess that's not technically closer because he didn't even get a second shot.
Oh, you
It
were
would have
right
been
about
an
this.
insane two.
Oh my goodness, just that would have been lights out.
How are they so good at those putts, man? It's so cool. It's so cool to see him in the air and being like, I'm pretty sure that's going in. I'll
Ooh.
give it to him.
There's that Kevin Jones heat map that covers the entire span of the basket.
He's on a nice little birdie streak himself. This guy, not so much. Needs to get going quickly.
One of the first guys ever to miss a putt and birdie this hole.
All right, 3 strokes. Isaac on a little lull, like we said, and Kevin on the up and up.
as we're looking at this, I actually got to give a shout out to my buddy from Tennessee. I didn't give him a shout out round 1, and he totally deserved it. But Harper Thompson with the 2 on this one, a whole 203-foot throw in. So we had some nice eagles on some holes that we've never really seen 2s on before.
Yeah, that's awesome.
This course does yield quite a few eagle opportunities, but this is not one you're thinking about dropping a 2 down on, even though it is 487 feet.
Oh no,
Kevin. And that's left. He didn't even hit the Kevin Jones tree.
I think he did. I think those are the Kevin trees.
Did you just call them both?
Yeah,
it's the skinny one specifically.
That's crazy.
He just is. It's just a thing.
So Nate, you probably don't. No. Oh, okay. Not as bad as it could have been.
Nate's covered this event live.
Oh, I
before.
know
He's
about
familiar
it.
with the Kevin Jones.
Yeah,
tree.
I know about it.
There is the fact that he's been on coverage enough to be well documented enough. That's just, it's remarkable.
He told me he hit it 9 times in a row. I said, why don't you throw the forehand? He said, I tried it. I still hit it.
It's just one of those things, man. It's just one of those things.
How about this? How about this mid-range in your eyeball?
Yeah, I like it. I
Yeah.
didn't think I would like it in my eyeball,
Yeah.
but I like it.
Oh man, to the player who's thrown this shot more than any other player.
Yeah, the tee pad's 9 feet behind it.
Oh no, this needs to get down.
That's gonna. Good tree kick. Very good tree kick.
Gives him a chance for the par from there.
You'll have the inside corner to
Ow.
find something.
This looks like an ow spot. Don't follow through, bud. Ow.
Short and follow through. Really good looking line. Full throw. I think that makes its way into C2 if it's clean.
I think certainly.
Just a very short run up here for Isaac. Very steep on the uphill until you get. Oh my gosh, almost makes it. Wow.
Just past the chains.
I
Great
want to
shot.
do that.
But right where his drive landed is right where it flattens out. And if you can get it about 10 feet past that, then you can do what Gannon's doing here with a full soft run up.
Likely birdie.
Yep. Back to that magical 4 number that is safe.
Especially as the remaining holes dwindle.
Yep.
Calvin hasn't missed it from the rough yet.
I mean, he's very far back there, though. I mean, we're just.
He's more than likely not going to make it.
Yeah. But he could. I would love it.
Yeah, he's got the putter in the hand.
He's done cooler things.
This
far.
is not. Yeah, that is not going in. Full on 100-foot low ceiling uphill.
This might, though. 5 in a row.
No, this is for the par.
Oh.
It was this basket. Matteo 2 rounds in a row spit out on this one. It's something about this basket.
Full on. I'm saying it. Full on. Who does that? Learn a little respect.
What? Why is Gannon shaking his head?
He is empathetic.
Oh, that's what he's thinking about.
Maybe.
Right there.
I mean, I don't know. Like,
Maybe that has to be it.
I shake my head if when I see that, when I see somebody's.
I do it too, but not after I finish putting. Like after their putt, I'm sure I'm definitely.
Yeah, who knows what
he
the
walked away
conversation is
from
going
his.
on. Yeah, and there's not much to shake your head about
not
there.
sure.
Maybe too much nose down.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe he was worried about the spit out.
Paul Ulibarri. That name's way up that leaderboard right now.
Sure is.
Typo.
Typo.
I'm here with you guys. How is that possible?
You put together a nice little round there, my friend.
Very, very nice.
Very
2 days
nice.
in a row.
Oh, thank you.
Hole 16, par 5, 969 feet. all the way down to this tough green. You got OB both sides the whole way. Big backhand hyzer is the prescribed tee shot. And then probably go with it again. If it got you a place you like, you might as well go with it again. See if you can set up that eagle look.
Can you throw a hyzer? Yep. All right. Done. Tee, done. Stable right in the middle. That's pretty good.
Yeah,
pretty
you
easy
almost
tee
feel
shot,
like it's hard to imagine a par for him from there.
Yeah.
Even if he throws it in the OB, in the creek, from that lie, then you probably expect him to catch the putt. You know, it just feels like...
Needs to get over stable? Yeah, okay, that's fine.
Okay.
That was towing the line. Towing the line, but...
Calvin could probably go all the way to the bottom. Don't you think? If he had space off to the left.
I mean, if you want to go Big Annie, it's kind of there for you.
Yeah. I mean, that's like a fairway driver, isn't it?
No need to get a ton of distance off the tee. Just a big spike hyzer for Kevin Jones.
Still kind of gets a
Yeah, still
at least a
gets good
3/4,
distance, yeah.
Probably 3/4 ton
3/4 ton.
of distance. Yeah, you said he doesn't need a ton. I'm calling that right in the 3/4 ton.
Nice. Vinny catching edge trees. It's gonna be a long putt for the eagle.
Not sure I like that play. I would think we
Straight
need
at
a
it?
more a little aggression.
Like get on the green
because,
type of
yeah,
play.
because he's trailing. Just my opinion.
Well,
Keep it to myself.
he made that very putt yesterday.
Oh, look at this sneak
No,
through
not-
a
he's
nice
far,
spot.
Jerm, I think he's really far over there.
Go watch some coverage, bud.
That's what we're doing.
I'm saying from yesterday, he made a long putt down to the right.
Okay. Sure. Oh, sit. Yeah, it's good.
Long putts are easier from the right side than they are left side unless you break through the edge of the tree line. And now Isaac's back in contention. What does Gannon choose to do? Sitting at 31 under par. He's going big, high, safe play.
Yeah, this is the right idea. Don't mess with the OB. Guarantee the birdie. He can still take a stab. I mean, he can look for that eagle as well. There's a lot of green to work with from that angle. But the only real mistake he can make is OB in that situation, in my opinion.
Isaac nearly hitting chains,
Yeah, you're right. This is about the same spot, Jerm.
right? At that same spot yesterday.
Ooh, big time putt.
Jump the creek, jump the creek. Oh,
Huge 60-footer.
That's big time.
there's the statement. There's one of them.
Bam. Right on the stripe.
Gets him momentarily 2 back. They have been playing some interesting back and forth golf over the last 4 holes.
And it just felt like, wow, it felt like Gannon just run away with it, but Calvin's just kind of lingering.
That's just,
Is that not just Calvin?
It's just his-
If he's not winning,
yeah.
he's just like
He's just
making some
errors
mistakes and
right
just
in front of us.
still right there, and just then when he needs that big eagle, getting it. That's just been his season. I feel like one of the more consistent seasons
Ever.
that we've ever seen.
Now Gannon has 3 to play with 2 to go.
It's better than the 4 I was talking about. Going into 17.
Yeah, I
and mean,
if you
Yep.
like drama,
he's got a way better chance at 3 than 4.
Absolutely.
But this next one is a big must.
Yeah.
It's a has to.
how do you play this one for par or birdie? Like, what do you do if you're Gannon right now with a 3-stroke lead?
I think you got to play right.
Yeah.
Just play it to the right side and hope that you
See
don't
how
hit one of
close
those
you
trees.
get. See how close you get.
Look at all those scores on the leaderboard there. 13s, 12 under. Just some really hot scores out there, just like we knew that was going to be coming. Here it is.
If I was Calvin, I'd be throwing this or trying to throw it right on the screen to put a little pressure on.
Yeah.
Interesting thing there. That bridge does not have the top rails during the tournament. You can see it's removed right there.
but he's not going for it. He's going to play that right play, which is the smarter of the plays. Get over there for at least a look. It needs to sit.
Don't.
It's
okay.
fine. It's
all right.
That's a
It's a
putt.
bad roll, but it's not a
backwards.
terrible roll.
Yeah.
He's still like edge of circle, maybe 40.
You wouldn't have hated to see that roll into Gordon's bridge, but rolls backwards. And just like you called, Nate,
Pretty
just the safe
short.
play out to the right.
Oh boy.
No way. And this is it, man. This is exemplified why I do not like this as a 17th hole.
It is never easy to close a tournament, as we just saw.
Just played that one perfectly, you know?
It's gonna be close enough. You would expect a par. What a shot.
That guy's
Yeah,
such a
but if
stud
Calvin
at this
makes his,
shot.
it becomes a lot harder of a par.
Sure.
So Calvin's now it's up to it's up to Kevin to do whatever Kev's gonna do, and then we'll get to the good stuff, which is Calvin. I'm kidding.
Gonna be
safe.
Okay.
Wow. Okay. That was heading out to pin high left, which would have been fine. Any air ball goes straight OB. Ooh, almost any metal hit too. Goodness. I think it was bouncing on the green. Big putt for Calvin. And now there's a lot less pressure on Gannon.
Yeah, there is.
3 with 1 to go.
Whenever I'm playing this hole, I cannot believe how many truckloads of these concrete cylinders had to be brought down here.
Unreal, isn't it?
Like, look at them all stretching out. Like, that is some work.
Yeah.
Hats off to the people that maintain this course.
Doesn't that come from like nuclear plants? Like it's, I forget where they're sourced from, but they have a funny name. Anyway, somebody will help me with this in the comments, I'm sure, but could be just making up the nuclear plant thing. But
You could
Sounds
be.
scary.
It's
I don't want to be putting on a nuclear plant.
why do you think every shot rolls OB on this hole?
Yeah. A little pool, little nuclear pool, as they say in the
Been
science,
saying it for a long time.
the scientist world.
Second hardest hole on the course, hole 17.
wow.
3.0, yeah, average above par. There's some gross numbers out there, 6s and 7s and all sorts of not good colors of dark
That's
brown and
hard
orange.
to.
But this is the hardest hole, so nice that you get to finish on the 2 hardest holes in the course.
650 feet, par 4. Uphill tunnel that then slopes back downhill. It's just sort of unbelievably long. It's hard to imagine like actually getting your drive to work, to get all the way out over this hill, keeping it flat. Can be done, but it's a big ask.
I like to imagine, just start imagining this.
Yeah, I can imagine him doing it.
I just imagine that. Now,
That's so awesome.
That's a midi.
in the middle of the road. Look at that.
It never left the middle of the road.
Oh, boy.
Beautiful shot.
Now imagine having the speed of this guy and do the same thing.
If this can get sneaky. Yeah, that's
over
way
there?
up there. That's way up
What's
there.
over there is spectators that don't expect discs to be arriving off the tee
He's
by
going to
their
have a
feet.
tricky shot, I bet, but I think doable for the birdie.
Well, now that they've cleared it all out, yes.
And that is going to
Gannon.
be
Oh, well, of course.
a tournament ender right there.
Yep. That's your champ.
Calvin was needing Gannon to throw it backwards about 80 feet. And fortunately for Gannon, he did not.
Well, now the bad play is getting the kick to the right.
Yeah.
It used to be
Yeah,
bad left,
yeah,
and now it's
yeah.
getting kicked to the right is where you'll find the big numbers.
We got 4 really good drives. Good opportunities for birdie here. Kevin's leaking out to the right side. Low ceiling 35-footer. Gannon's still playing for birdies out here. You'll have a putt inside C1 to get to 33 under, and that's very close to Isaac's mark from last year. I don't remember exactly what that number was, but just incredible play here at Idlewild the last 2 years.
Isaac was 33.
Was he?
Last year, I believe it was 3 straight 11s.
Wow. Vinny, can he keep it low to the ceiling, or does he split the trees? He just kind of fights through it.
Yeah.
There he is, man. The young prodigy. And that sails high. Gavin will remain at 24.
This to average 10 under, around and lose. What a good tournament.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's a crazy good score.
10 under average is
So good.
so good. Again, he's not laying up. He's going for it.
Okay. Not really how you want to end the thing.
It's just too obvious at
Nice
this point.
fist pump.
Kind of like your most important moment as a basket, maybe. Catch that. Catch
Out here
that one.
looking-
Super Bowl on the line. Like one putt to rule them all. Flop job.
Queuing all the comments. It was too hard.
Yeah,
Whatever.
maybe it was.
No. Whatever.
Maybe it was.
Shouldn't be fist pumping pre-make. Just kidding. There's a good putt. Coming in with the touch.
I'm just glad it didn't matter.
I'm glad it didn't matter.
Yeah.
I'm glad it didn't matter. I'm glad the roll OB on 17 didn't matter. I'm glad the spit out on 18 didn't matter. What a
Congratulations, Gannon.
Welcome in, everyone. Joining me now is even taller Gannon Buhr. Gannon, champion here at Idlewild. How does that sound? How does that feel?
That's crazy because a lot of my wins have all been on pretty open courses with a lot of OB. I wanted to prove this week that I can really play in the woods and that I'm not, just a one-sided golfer. It felt good after Ledgestone, played really, really rough out there. To bounce back and get this win is amazing. I kind of just worked on my form, just trying to get timing down, and I had to do something a little bit different. I'm not going to lie, I emulated Gavin Rathbun in my head this weekend, so just a little shout out to that. I think starting the tournament hot and hitting my gaps early with the backhand helped a ton. For me, the forehand's always a pretty strong suit in the woods when it comes to hitting gaps, and it helps me scramble out here. I always say the goal, especially when you're on a lead card, is to make the other players scared. It's not fun and games out here. We're trying to win tournaments.
Final parting shots, please. Any shout outs, any thanks, anyone you want to say anything to out there in the world that's watching?
Yeah, thanks to all of my fans. Y'all always there to support me. Great to hear the amazing cheers at the win. Thanks to my caddy, Matt Ballard. He was awesome. He was on the bag last year. He did great. Always a joy to have him. He's come pick me up from my house because I don't have a license or a car yet, so that was huge.
Well, the guy doesn't have a license to drive, but he continues to drive around the country, picking up wins. Gannon Buhr, your champion here at Idlewild.
What a weekend. What a tournament. Gannon Buhr takes the win, 32 under. That spit out keeps him one shy of that scoring record in the end.
Paul Ulibarri, top 4. If there
Look
were
at
a lead
that.
card tomorrow, he'd be on it.
Look at that.
Let's go. 13 under. Not even a fire emoji, though, because of Mike and Groff.
Yeah.
14 under, course record.
And obviously, congrats to Gannon, Calvin, Isaac, but Paul, man, what I felt and what I wanted to tell you after a year round, is obviously you went through the fire last few months and even last year or so, but through it all, relentlessly, almost psychotically sure that you would be back.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm sure there were people questioning that, and I'm just proud to see you back up there in the hunt playing great golf. That was cool to see. And Jerm, top 10 as well. And I got 30th, so that's nothing to sneeze at either. I don't think.
No, and I don't need to sneeze, but I do want to say thank you guys for another tournament in the books. Thank you guys for everything. Without you guys watching and supporting, we're not doing this. So Gannon Buhr, you guys are probably watching for him, and I would be too if I were interested in good disc golf. This guy has been incredible, continues to amaze all of us. We've got the playoff event next week in Milford, Michigan for the D-Glow.
First time in a long time we haven't seen a new winner, too. We saw somebody kind of come back and get another one in Gannon. So
that being said, still another unique winner here at Idlewild. That streak continues. But for Big Sexy Barri, that's going to wrap it up. We'll see you guys next week.